Hello friends, welcome to Programming Concepts. My name is Amit and this is part 26 of ASP.NET Core MVC tutorial. In this video, we will talk about how to use Bootstrap in .NET Core MVC. This is continuation to part 25, Libman in ASP.NET Core MVC. So please watch it before proceeding to this one. I shared the link in the description. Let's get back to Visual Studio. And this is the project which we are working on. We already installed the jQuery in our project. Let's quickly add Bootstrap as well. So right click on the project, add client-side library. In the dialog box, type Bootstrap and then click on install. You can see within the lib folder, Bootstrap is installed and also the Libman is updated accordingly. Alright. If you look at our index view, we already received a list of all employees and are able to print them via model. Now we need to beautify this page with the help of Bootstrap. Just in case you don't know how to fetch data from database and pass it to view, please watch previous videos of this playlist. First, within the h1 tag, change message and let's say manage your team. Next, let's create a table. Within table, define table head element. Next is tr for the new row. Next, th. Let's say in first column, we would like to display employee ID. In next column, we would like to display employee name. Next, say employee salary. And the last one says employee department. Alright, so our header is ready. Next, move the table closing at the end after the razor loop. As we already getting all details via model and we already placed our razor loop within this view, let's create a new row within this loop. So just before the loop, let's specify the table body and move the closing table body after the loop. Next, let's specify row within loop and within the first TD element, we would like to capture employee ID. So just cut and paste the display for HTML helper method, which is already placed to get employee name. Now change the name with ID. Alright. Next, copy this TD and paste it 3 times. The second TD is for name, so use the name. The third column is for salary, so use .salary. And the last one is for department, so use department. Alright, let's save the program and let's run the program. You can see we are getting the required details in table format, but it is not that beautiful. Now we have two options, either to create our own CSS to beautify this information or use Bootstrap. So as a responsible, lazy developer, let's use the Bootstrap. So first thing is to tell our view that we need this Bootstrap CSS. And to do this, let's type link href is equal to, and then we have tilde sign for tilde slash for root, and our Bootstrap is present under lib slash bootstrap slash css, and within css we have bootstrap.css class, and we already in the double quotes, then rel is equal to style sheet. And then close it. So this is how we tell our application that this view required this particular CSS. Next, let's quickly wrap everything within div. Alright. Next, for our table, use class table, which is a Bootstrap class. Let's save the file and refresh the page. You can see design is much better now. Better, right? Let's use another Bootstrap class, table-hover. Save the file and refresh the page. Now, if you see when we hover, it is changing its color. Extremely simple, right? Now, if you open any website, we generally have links at the top known as navigation bar. Let's add a few dummy links as well. For that, let's use Navbar provided by Bootstrap. Let's use nav and use the class Navbar and close the element. Then use div and use class container fluid and close the div as well. Next, use anchor tag to provide link using href. For now, let's define hash as we are creating dummy links. Later, we can point them to any controller action method. Close the anchor tab and type pro concepts. Here I'm trying to provide my company logo. We can also use the image here as I haven't created any logo image. So I'm going to use the text. All right. So let's use the class Navbar brand for the anchor tag. And it will going to be my brand text. All right. Save and refresh the page. It looks a little dim. So let's use font bold as well. So add another class within anchor fw-bold. Save and refresh the page again. Slightly better. Let's create few more links. For that, let's use the ul class. So ul class is equal to navbar-nav. Close the ul class. Create li tag within ul and use class nav-item. Close li as well. Now use the anchor tag to provide a link and use navlink class. So navlink, as the name suggests, class used to beautify links. Alright, again we use hash as target because we are only creating a few dummy links. If we create more pages going forward, we will update these links. Alright. So let's name this anchor tag, say home. And let's copy this li element 2 more times. And let's name the second one to about us. And the third one is career. Let's save and refresh the page. You can see our brand name is on the left and the other links placed right, which is good, but from top to down. So we want them horizontally. Let's fix that. Let's use another navbar class, navbar-expand-sm. So this is within navbar class. And save and refresh the page. And done. Links are placed horizontally. Let's beautify the background and use another class bg-primary. save and refresh the page. So the background is turned blue, but our links hide because of the same color. Let's add another class, Navbar-dark. Save and refresh the page. It looks decent now. We, in general, also have the footer on websites. So let's quickly add them as well. So at the bottom, after the table, create another tag called footer. Create div within the footer and type copyright and copy, and it will display copyright symbol, all right. Then display here by using razor syntax, add datetime.now.here. Let's save and refresh the page. It's there, but not the way we wanted it to be, right? So let's add classes to beautify the footer tag as well. First add bg-primary, which will give bluish background. Then we want white text, so let's use text-white. Then we want our text to be at the center. Then fixed bottom, because we want this footer to be placed at the bottom always. Alright, so let's save and refresh the page. You can see it comes to the bottom and decent font and size. Still looks a bit clumsy. So add a few classes to our div as well. So let's use padding 3 to this div to provide more width. And finally, let's use old style styling and set background color to this div. And let's say RGBA 0, 0, 0, 0.2. So this will give a slightly darker color to our div. Alright, so let's save and refresh the page. Much better. Alright, so we successfully installed and used Bootstrap in our project. Alright then, that's it in this video. If you have any queries related to the content of this video, do ask me in comments. Till then, thanks for watching.